Now let's see applications of Raoult's law. Okay, what exactly Raoult's law we discussed already. If the non-volatile solute is present in a particular solvent, okay, solvent is volatile but solute is non-volatile. Solute is non-volatile means which cannot evaporate fast. This time both are volatile, so both solute and solvent are volatile. Volatile means evaporate fast. So what you can say, suppose here I am considering one small beaker, and here I have only suppose solute I have. Here I have solute. Solute is A I am considering. Here on heating you have solute particles, vapor phase. So these will apply some pressure. So that I am considering as some P. Okay. And same I am considering some another beaker. In that I am considering another liquid which is volatile. And I am considering here solvent. So here you have solvent like this, and these solvent molecules you have, okay, and here some PB I am considering, okay, and this is solvent and I am considering as B, okay. This solute has vapor pressure, that is PA. PA is directly proportional to mole fraction of A, means mole fraction of solute. Solute is very high, so that is also volatile. Certainly this PA also volatile I am saying. If it is non-volatile it will decrease, that is lowering of vapor pressure and relative lowering of vapor pressure. Don't get confused, just more focus on this. Okay, so just listen very carefully. Okay, so if this solute mole fraction is more and partial pressure or vapor pressure of that particular solute will be more. So PA is directly proportional to mole fraction of A. So you can write now PA is equals to PA naught into mole fraction of A by removing the proportional. So proportionality constant you can write PA naught here. But so PA is proportional to Xi A, and this PA is equals to PA naught into Xi A. I told you in previous at the time of Raoult's law, if Xi A is almost, this mole fraction is almost 1, this will be very pure. So PA naught. So what is PA and PA naught difference? Vapor pressure of solute only, and this is also vapor pressure of solute only, but high purity means only solute is present like that, you can say PA naught, but it is exactly 1 like that. Then if it is exactly 1 mole fraction of A, then PA is equals to PA naught. Getting what I am saying? If it is 0.9 something, and it will be different like that. For this also vapor pressure PB is proportional to mole fraction of B. B means solvent here. I was written solute is A and solvent is B. So PB is equals to this mole fraction of B and proportionality constant PB naught. Sir, if both mixed, sir, this solute and solvent both mixed, then what you will have? You will have a solution. Then solution has vapor pressure, that is P total you have to consider, because the vapor phase only means here you have both A as well as B like this. So here what you have, particles of A you have and particles of B you have. So here you have PA you have, and here you have PB also. So what is according to Mr. Dalton's law? Dalton's law, in first year you have 11th standard you have Dalton's law. The total pressure exerted by gas mixture is equals to sum of the partial pressures of individual gases. Partial pressure, vapor pressure, don't get confused. For liquid vapors we use vapor pressure, and for gases we use partial pressure. Getting what I am saying? So here at equilibrium we consider this, that's it. Okay, so you know that P total is equals to PA plus PB. The total pressure exerted is equals to sum of the partial pressures. Here sum of the vapor pressures you have to consider. What is PA you know, what is PB you know. Just put it here so that you can have P total is equals to PA not xi A plus PB not xi B. This is P total what you have, and very important, and listen carefully, and this formula remember, very important for you. So P total is equals to PA not xi A plus PB not xi B. Okay, this is P total. Understood? So let's see some more applications for this particular Raoult's law. Okay, so let's see what are those. Why we have to discuss for solving numericals. So I'm telling you one important thing here. These are the mole fractions of liquids, liquid state. Okay, so that also better to mention here. This mole fraction of A is nothing but, xi A is nothing but, it is mole fraction of A in liquid phase. This is very important. Similar way, here also xi B is the mole fraction of B in liquid phase. Getting what I am saying? Okay. So now let's see some more related formulas for this. P total is equals to PA naught xi A plus PB naught xi B. Let's see one by one. Okay. Just have a look and note it down everything. This formula is very important for you. Okay. Thank you. Next, let's see some relation. You know, mole fractions sum is equals to 1. So you know that xi A plus xi B is equals to 1 you can consider. Suppose here P total I am taking, this is PA not xi A plus PB not xi B. So xi A plus xi B is equals to, what I can say, is equal to 1. Correct? So here what is xi B? In place of xi B, I can put 1 minus xi A, because you know this already. In previous concentration terms we discussed sum of the mole fractions is equal to 1. So xi B is equals to 1 minus mole fraction of A. Sir, when we have to consider this, if PA naught is greater than PB naught. Okay, let's see how. So here, if you put here, what you will get? P total, substitute this here in place of xi B. So P total is equals to PA naught xi A plus PB naught xi B. Got it? So here you have P total is equals to, what I did? Sorry, 1 minus xi A. Okay, so PA naught xi A plus PB minus PB naught xi A. So which is big? Certainly this relation you can understand. P total is equal to PB plus mole fraction of A is common, and you can say PA naught minus PB naught. You can write like this. This is, sorry, PB naught. PB naught plus xi A into PA naught minus PB naught. So this is the important relation what we have. This is the relation if PA naught is greater than PB naught or PA is greater than PB. Certainly both are directly proportional, right? So PA naught is greater than PB naught. Then why you are saying PA naught is greater than? They'll ask you, if PA naught is greater than PB naught, which of the following relation is correct? Like that. So PA naught if greater, then P total is equals to PB naught plus, remember, which is less that you have to write first, and which is more, that mole fraction you have to consider. So mole fraction of A, PA naught is more, so mole fraction of A. So which is more, that you have to write first, which is less, that you have to subtract. Correct? So PA naught minus PB naught. So P total is equals to PB naught plus Xia into PA naught minus PB naught. So PA naught is greater than PB naught. Then you have to take this relation. Okay. Now my question. Next question. If PB naught is greater than PA naught, then PB naught is greater than PA naught, then what is the relation for PT? So P total is equal to, instead of A, write down B, that's it. So PA naught plus, instead of Xia, PB naught is more. Remember, in options you have to identify this. At that time you cannot do everything like this. Getting what I am saying? So PA naught plus Xi B, because PB naught is more. So mole fraction of B is more. So here PB naught minus PA naught. So which is more, that you are taking first. I am telling you question, they will ask you like this. If PB naught is greater than PA naught, which of the following relation is correct? Like that if they ask, you must answer. So P total is equals to PA naught plus mole fraction of B into PB naught minus PA naught. I am telling you one more time. Which is more? PB naught is more. So mole fraction of B will be certainly more. Okay. So PA naught is less. So PA naught plus mole fraction of B into PB naught minus PA naught. This is one of the important relation what we have. Okay, our next relation, let's see, just have a look. I'm going to give you one more application, means mathematical relation, how to calculate. Okay, so let's see now. Sir, in our numericals, P total asking for that particular solution, you can take PA naught into Xia plus PB naught into Xib. But sir, if they are asking mole fraction, sir, mole fraction of particular solute and solvent in vapor phase asking, then what to do? Mole fraction of liquid means you can take in previous, like directly PA is equals to PA naught into Xi, like that PB is equals to PB naught into Xi. So P total you can take, P total is equals to PA naught into Xi plus PB naught into Xib you can take. But I am asking mole fraction of solute and solvent in vapor phase. Getting what I am saying? So it's very clear. PA is equals to, in Dalton's law only you have mole fraction of A into P total. Mole fraction of A into P total you have to take. So PA is equals to Ya into P total. So what is Ya? Ya is mole fraction of solute in vapor phase or gas phase if they are asking. This relation you have to take. How you will get this? Ya is equals to PA by P total. So why sir I will use this only? PA is equals to PA naught into Xia. Therefore I am getting PA by PA naught is equals to mole fraction of A. This is in liquid phase. So PA is equals to PA naught into Xia. If you use, you will get a liquid phase it is. When vapor phase asking, PA is equals to mole fraction of A into P total. Just revise states of matter, Dalton's law you have. I am repeating. So this is one relation what you have, and mole fraction of A, that is PA by PA naught. This is mole fraction. I written already. This is mole fraction in gas phase or vapor phase, and this is the mole fraction of same A but liquid phase. Difference you must understand. Suppose if they are asking mole fraction of A, first you must have this PA. You have to calculate. How to calculate PA? PA naught into xi A. That you can use. Okay. How to calculate P total? P total is equals to PA naught into xi A plus PB naught into xi B. Got it? In the same manner, what is mole fraction of solvent? Suppose I have to calculate mole fraction of solvent. Same manner, PB is equals to some YB into P total. In vapor phase, means this is the relation for vapor phase. Okay, so only vapors if you are considering, all vapors. In this, sir, what is here also vapors you have? No, vapors you have and liquid molecules also here you have. That's why we call liquid phase here. But only vapor phase molecules or particles you are considering here in mole fraction of B or mole fraction of A. So here PB is equals to YB into P total. Suppose YB asking, then PB by P total. And more detail you want means PB means what? PB naught into xi A. If they given these particles are liquid, undergoing liquefaction like that. So liquefaction means both liquid molecules as well as vapor molecules, both are present. Certainly you have to consider this. And P total means both PA and PB. That means PA naught xi A plus PB naught xi B. Both you have to consider. In the same manner you can write here also. Okay? Thank you. Understood? And have a look at these formulas once. And I am telling you this and this difference exactly what you must be very careful. Okay? Don't worry, just revise the concept and write down everything so that you only will have a clear idea. I was written also very clearly what is YA, what is xi A. Okay? So xi A is a liquid phase and YA is in gas phase. If in numerical mole fraction of solute and solvent asking in vapor phase, this is only the way what. Okay, now I will give you one numerical for this, for understanding. Okay, for better understanding. Let's see. Suppose some benzene is there, okay, and some toluene is there. Both are actually mixed. Okay, they have some particular vapor pressures. Okay, and they are intermixed one into another. Suppose they are asking what is the total vapor pressure like that, and what is the mole fraction of both solute and solvent if they are asking. Both you can calculate. Let's see the example. Suppose C6H5 benzene. Its vapor pressure is around 200 mm of Hg. 200 mm of Hg. And here some toluene C6H5CH3, and here vapor pressure around 500 mm of Hg. Okay, so first question. Calculate total vapor pressure. Means P total asking. Calculate total vapor pressure, they won't say. Calculate vapor pressure of a solution which have 78 grams, 78 grams of C6H6 and Mr. some 184. What's the molecular weight of this toluene? 77 and 12 and 3 means 92, I guess. 92 means around 184 grams of Mr. toluene, C6H5 CH3. Okay. Okay, now let's continue with the same numerical. Okay, so here C6H6 is a benzene. Vapor pressure is 200 mm of Hg. C6H5CH3 vapor pressure is 500 mm of Hg. Calculate the vapor pressure of solution which have 78 grams of C6H6 and excuse me, 184 grams of toluene. Okay, and this is our first question. Next question is what we will see. Okay, first let me explain this. So here you have vapor pressure of this is suppose A and this is B. So this is B means you have suppose PA and you have PB here. So how to have PA and PB? You know, PA is equals to PA naught into Xi. Same PB is equals to PB naught into Xi. Okay, how to calculate mole fraction of A? See, these are 78 grams and present in solution. So certainly it is Xi, not Ya. Getting what I am saying? Don't get confused. Liquid phase it is, because liquid as well as vapors both present. Then Xi you have to consider. To have this, it's very clear. 78 gram mole fraction, number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Here is very clear. What is that? A mole fraction of A you have. Mole fraction of B you have. Number of moles of A formula, weight by gram molecular. 78 by 78. So 1. Number of moles of B, it is 184. 184 by 92. Molecular weight of Mr. toluene is 92. So 184 by 92, it is 2. So mole fraction of A you will have. What is mole fraction of A? It is 1 by 1 plus 2. So it's 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means mole fraction of A. It is 0.33 something. Same way you can get mole fraction of B. It is 1 minus mole fraction of A. So 1 minus 0.33. So 0.67 you have. Got it? So what I did, mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B I was calculating. Got it? Look at this. Number of moles I found. Number of moles I was substituted in mole fraction. Mole fraction is equal to number of moles of one component to the total. A means I told you very clearly benzene. So number of moles of A is 1. A is benzene. 1 by 1 plus 2. Okay. Now how to calculate P total? P total is equal to, as I told, PA plus PB means PA naught Xi A plus PB naught Xi B. Got it? So PA naught is how much? 200. Here given benzene. PA I am considering benzene. 200 into 0.33 plus 500 into this where it is mole fraction of B. So 500 into 0.67. So if you simplify this, P total you will get around, it is I think 66 and it is some 335 something you will get. So it is P total is 401. Don't think I am backhanding. because here I cannot calculate. That's why I'm writing directly. Just you simply solve. Okay, 66 and it is 335. So 401 P total. 6 plus 5, 11. Correct? Right. Okay, P total you have 401 mm of Hg. So I have what is PA? What is PA I have, and PA is 66 now, therefore, because P total is equals to PA plus PB. P total is equals to, so PA value I know, P total value I know. So PA is equals to 66 and PB is equals to 335 you have. Got it? Just please note these PA value and PB value and P total, because in the same numerical we have second question. What is that second question? Let's see. Just note it down everyone first. Have a screenshot and note it down fast, or keep video pause and note it down so that it will be easy for you. Okay, so we calculated mole fractions and we calculated P total as well as PA and PB. Okay, why? Means our next question is calculate the mole fraction of both solute and solvent. So our next question is same numerical, our second one, what we are going to find. So calculate mole fraction of solute and solvent in vapor phase. Here solute means benzene C6H6 plus solvent you can consider Mr. or A and B. This solute is A and this solvent is B, and solvent is Mr. toluene C6H5CH3. Got it? So it's very clear now. I was given previously that formula. What is that? PA is equals to YA into P total. Just previously, few minutes back, I was given what exactly PA. PA is 66. P total 401. So that mole fraction of A in vapor phase you can have. Getting what I am saying? So mole fraction of A in vapor phase, it is 66 by 401. Got it? Same way, what is YB? No need to calculate. It is 1 minus mole fraction of A. Otherwise, you can calculate like this, like YB is equals to 335 by 401. Both will come same. Mole fraction of A in vapor phase I am going to find. So here you have a relation. PA is equals to YA into P total. I hope you understood this numerical, and next class we will discuss how solutions deviate from ideal behavior. What is ideal behavior and how the particular liquids deviates from ideal behavior. Means they show positive deviation and negative deviation. Very important, and you have to concentrate more on that. Thank you very much.